Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Stellaris. We've wiped out the Chosen. They were too much of a threat for the galaxy as a whole, so we have taken them out. That means that our Empire Sprawl is massive, and we are currently building up some astral threads, but we're going to start burning through them in a moment when we re-enable our... Well, maybe we don't need to re-enable our astral binding. Perhaps we just keep the astral threads for the moment as they are. We have a lot of unity, a hell of a lot of unity, and I've been neglecting our empire as a whole while we take care of all this. So we're going to go and do a little bit of ascension, starting with Sheltered Reach, which I think probably has our biggest population. In fact, it's probably worth us having a quick check. Is there a quick way to order by population? There we go. Sheltered Reach does have our biggest, but that's the Sheltered Reach sector. Of which Sheltered Reach has the most, then probably Seldis. And Pathar and all that. So whatever we do, Sheltered Reach is not going to be a bad option for Ascension. It's so expensive. It's so expensive. But this has reduced its empire size by 10%. Our Empire Sprawl is really pushing up the amount it's costing us to do these ascensions, but each one we do is going to reduce our empire size slightly. I say slightly because there is a lot as well that's going on. We need to get rid of this starbase. Hell no. Downgrade it. Because right now, being over starbase capacity is going to be costing us. This transport fleet can go back to Sheltered Reach. In fact, no, can go back to the Quantum Catapult. Our main fleet, Anvil and Hammer, can come and sit at the L gate. That seems reasonable. And I think it's time we take out the automated Dreadnought. We'll just have a very quick scan down to make sure that there's no big problems that I'm missing, such as lack of population space on Rilis. It's definitely worth us building. Let's get two districts there. All the others look fine at a very quick cursory glance. Construction ships. What can we do with you? We can build gateways now. We can build still some Dyson swarms. And we can build habitats. I don't think we necessarily need more habitats at the moment. We can have another arc furnace, though. So we could have a very quick look around. There's 12 potential there. $11, $10, $11, $4, $6, $8. This one had 20, which is why it became such an obvious choice. Let's go over this side. 5. Obviously already chunked up. 9, 11... So 12 is still the best right now. There are potentially others elsewhere in the galaxy as well, but we'd have to start fighting our way through mining drones to get to them. So I just want to 13 in FA and 13 in Furzial. Okay. Can't build an arc furnace down here in Furzial. Dyson Swarm, we're also going to probably want to go for research. Which is going to mean finding a star that's interesting. I don't think we can build one here, though. No, we can do orbital rings, but we can't do Dyson Swarm in binary or trinary system. Can we do it here? Not around black holes, neutron stars. Basically any of the interesting ones. Okay, so I don't think this area is likely in terms of candidacy. Maybe here? Yes, okay. Let's go get a Dyson Swarm going. That's our construction ships busy. The Suplar, you're waiting to get catapulted somewhere in case anything interesting crops up. So I think that's it in terms of like quick summaries. Let's kill a Dreadnought. So we've got 3 stonking fleets. We're just waiting on a few reinforcements coming in. And then these should be able to move in. Actually, one thing we could do... I've told you to come back. If I were to tell you to go here, what route would you take? That's fine, actually. Go do that, because I feel like we should go take care of the ransomeers. We are positive across the board for everything except living metals. That's good. Not being at war makes a big difference.
System survey complete.
And we could push in with what we've got. It's not much we're waiting on. Alright. Let's do the edicts. So we're looking for astral shielding. Exotic gases as fuel, shield boost, volatile ammo, volatile reactive armor, and focusing crystals. It's going to make these pretty stonking.
Battle commenced.
I hope this is not a mistake. Let's slow it down so we can properly watch. Jeez, that is a big shot. I don't know what it hit, but I think it just obliterated something. I think we've taken its shields off. Oh, and then it goes down quick. Then it goes down real quick. Let's turn all those edicts off. Focusing crystals, volatiles, exotics, and the astral shielding. What is our astral thread capacity at the moment? Are we maxed out on it? We are. Let's not do anything with that. Let's activate the edict for the astral binding. It's going to cost a lot, but it will last a number of years before we need to disable it. So we've managed to disable the automated Dreadnought and the Varai system. Despite the punishment it took from our ships, the structural integrity of the warship's massive hull remains largely intact. Our boarding parties found the mummified remains of the Dreadnought's alien crew still manning their stations. Before expiring, they activated some kind of automated patrol mode, which the limited shipboard AI has been locked in for the past 7.8 million years. Although it would take an incredible amount of resources, some of our engineers believe the Dreadnought could be restored and put back into service. Oh, I think yeah, that ship will sail the stars again.
Situation log updated.
So what? We need a construction ship over here. Obitrex. Once you're done with that, come and do this. Because you're not far away. Is this time limited? I don't think it is. We did lose, still, a lot of ships. "22 ships we lost. Nasty. We do have the resources to bring them back. That means that this system is technically colonizable as well. It is quite a jump away from our area though, so may not be smart for us to try and bridge that gap to it. For right now though, these fleets, go and get yourself repaired, and then I think we'll probably go after the massive scavenger bot next. Are you done? You are done. We could bring you up to the Kangat system. Yeah, go survey that. We'll speed things back up to normal. Military action by the Jetron hierarchy has destroyed the Ransomir forces. Oh, I guess we didn't get to go and do it. The Cervantian captors made a successful escape attempt during the attack and are now safely on board a lifeboat. Well, that was lovely and unexpected. Which I guess means that you don't necessarily need to be doing that, but we could still put you to good use. There are definitely advantages if we start pushing into these territories. Hypothetically, It's still a lot of a jump, but it would be a jump into a brand new area. I don't know. I really want the nation of Tellies to just be ours. We've got a couple of options for things that we can do. We can ask more people to become subjects. Let's propose subjugation. See what they say. I'm not sure if I like the idea of their technology research cost being reduced. Gives us more influence, which is fine. Yeah, may not be worth it. Not for them, anyway. Where's the nation of Tellies? There you are. Right. So they are already a vassal under the Royal Pious Alliance. You know what? If we support their independence, maybe they declare war. I don't think we want to declare war on them. No, there's no benefit to us doing that. Let's leave it alone for now. We could invite them to the Federation at least. Yeah, let's do a little bit of inviting. They're not going to take that. Oh, because they won't join with Kiffins or the Jetrons. Okay. How about the nation of Tellies then? Actually, there's others that we could potentially... Wow, no one likes the Jetrons. They're already a vassal under someone. And because Nation of Tellies is a vassal under the Royal Pious Alliance, we can't invite them to the Federation either. Alright, where is the Royal Pious Alliance? No, they won't join with the Kimuks or the Jetrons. As powerful as we are, they're not having it. So this is the last area of the galaxy that hasn't yet been
Research
claimed.
complete.
Oh, sentry array. We can build a sentry array. We can definitely do that. It's not like we've got resources going to waste anywhere. Let's go for more energy credits. We are losing some astral threads at the moment. Yes, of course, because of the binding.
Handshake protocols activated.
Research agreement will get no benefit. Decline that. It does not seem like a smart choice at all. I can feel the galaxy slowing down as we get further into the game. The amount of time it takes for a day to pass is definitely increasing. More cloaked fleets in our area. Don't like.
Handshake protocols activated.
Trax illuminata verstilo.
Yeah, we can definitely have some of those. In fact, that does give me some reminders of things that I wanted to do. I wanted to check if we needed to do any holdings. Let's go to your capital. And let's build something. We could produce unity for ourselves. We could build propagandists which consume their unity. That's hilarious. Overlord Garrison, that would just keep them happier. A satellite campus is not a bad plan. So either the satellite campus or something like the aid agency. It's not much in the way of unity. Satellite campus. And you've got no orbital ring. Well, you do have an orbital ring there, but nothing that can be done with it. Alright, so that was you. can't do any holdings here because you're a Luminarium. Okay. You're a protector for us. Let's go check out your home world. Can't have any holdings here. Maybe we should renegotiate that. Oh, we should definitely negotiate our limits up for everyone. Yeah, go ahead and proceed with that negotiation. So yeah, right now their loyalty's a little low, but we could switch that around like that. Gimmicks we can push for 2. Kiefen we've already done. And we don't really have any others.
Quasolin, Sintovelia, Pranzivol.
Yeah, they're already a vassal. It'd be nice if from here you could see their vassalization status. I suppose you can see it on the side. They're in the Iron Age, so definitely not going to be anything that we can do with them. We could propose subjugation of Hantanga. Yeah. Unified sensors. We could definitely push them so that they'd be happy with this and then renegotiate down the line. Gethians. Let's propose subjugation of you. That's going to be even harder because they're in a federation. Okay. The Jetrians, because they're in the Federation. If we kick them out of the Federation, then we might be able to subjugate them. Probably not worth it. We're already doing a fair bit of finagling. Okay, the Gemuks have agreed.
They can talk, and they want to talk to us.
Not seeing the ability to build holdings here. Oh, because it's taken us back to Sheltered Reach, right. Let's do it this way. Go to your capital. Ooh. Gemuks P1. Okay. Satellite campus. The satellite campus. That would keep them sorted. Then the Keepans. They're happy with that. Let's go to their homeworld. Satellite campus. Where is their next place? Do they even have somewhere else? It might be that they don't. Doesn't help that there's a big void worm in the area causing them some trouble. Not really our problem. Pious Gossians have started changing over to being... Oh! This is where our agreements are. This is a lot easier to manage. They do have a separate one that we could potentially build if we go in that way. Right. So, Pious Gossian Alliance. Satellite campus. Chechians, let's negotiate this up to 2. Unified sensors, though, and we'll join you in all wars. Ah, they're considering another offer already. Okay, that's fine. Gemuks, we've got both of those building. The Kiefin, we've got that one building. Formless, there are no holdings. And Tanga, there are no holdings. Right. Hentanga. Good job.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
And they've changed to a bulwark. What are they doing? They need to decide. The loyalty is low, but that's fine. Okay. Institutions agreement. As a protectorate. It's going to give us a little bit more research. Probably should have done it a while ago. And Longest Mile has been fully repaired. Is that the last of these guys being repaired? It is. Okay, so we could get them upgrading. I'll take them back over to dig, which is perfectly fine.
Research complete.
We don't need to worry about that. Titans have been researched. Okay, we're definitely going to have a look at what we can do with Titans. Improve Titan hulls. Yep, go for that. And we're going to go into the ship design. It's been a while since we've been in here. The Titan. Ancient Ruination Glare. We researched this a while ago. So 5,000 to 10,000, 5,000 to 10,000, but it shoots twice as fast. Holy hell. The range is shorter. But that's alright. I forgot we can also build ion cannons. Deterrent to unwelcome visitors. Yeah, you stick it somewhere and it'll do its thing. Okay, back to the Titans. So Titan Core is the only option. Titan Stern is the only option. It does seem to be pretty well designed. The ancient cavitation collapses. Less shield damage, but all about the hull and armor damage. And there is a decent amount of shields on it. You know what? I'm gonna keep the naming as it is. We could stick a couple of null void beams on. Just to ensure we've got some shield damage going out. Probably not needed though, with the other ships that we'll have nearby. These do armor penetration as well. You know, I'm happy with the original design. We'll keep the original design. It's massive, it's stonking, it's great. And the pulse armor gives us extra shields on top of things. Is there any way to see what our shield hardening is? $15, $30, $16, $90. It's a lot. So even if they've got penetration, we should have our shields blocking. Yep, I'm happy enough with it. I think that's probably as good as it's going to get. We don't need the advanced shield hardener because the suspension fields are doing all of that. Armor hardening could be interesting. You know, it's fine. It's good enough. So, into the fleet management. The readied shield. If we were to add a Titan, do we have a specific... We've got a limit of 3 Titans. Command limit too low to add ship. What command limit does it need? 16. Okay. So we get 1 there. 1 there. And 1 there. That is gonna take a lot for our naval capacity. The Titans are gonna need mega shipyards, though. At least I'm pretty certain that's why it's not showing up on the reinforcement.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
Power surge. So the automated Dreadnought that we took out. Unfortunate immobilization of the automated Dreadnought opportunity. The Dreadnought's reactor was very well-behaved cargo until it arrived at the village of Abyss, where we placed it into a warehouse awaiting its big day. It was there that troubles began. While no one was looking, the reactor restarted itself. The warehouse was lit up from within as it spouted out huge arcs of plasma, threatening to melt down the entire building. The quick actions of our scientists were sufficient to save it in the nick of time, with the upshot that we now have an active reactor to do with as we please. So we can either incorporate it into the performance, we can attach it to the power grid, but that will slow things down significantly. Or we can find the off switch which gives us engineering research. Let's incorporate it into the performance. Although, why they would have brought it to the Village of Abyss is anyone's question. This is not a place to... I suppose, actually, it's probably not a bad place. There's 13k population here. Maybe we should ascend this one. There is still so much opportunity on this planet. Let's get those buildings upgraded. The crumbling outpost over here. We'll get those done. And railroad, 10.7k as well. I don't think we need a storm nullifier. But we may as well put the resources in where we can. Let's sell some of our resources. Buy some more metals and check if there's anything we can upgrade, like the arc furnace over here. Get that going. The Dyson Swarm, get that going. And I should check if we can do anything. No, we can't do anything with our minor artifacts. Things
System survey complete.
Very much slowing down. We got particle aftermath. Boundless Hollow. That wasn't one of our original places, so it's not that big of a deal for us. Solzib's system has been surveyed. You've still got things to do, so you're good. And you guys are on your way to get repaired. First things first. The Galactic Threats Committee is currently voting. Yep, that looks like it's going to go the right way, so we can ignore that. New drug introduced on the Village of Abyss. Smugglers on the Village of Abyss have introduced a new drug that we believe originated from somewhere in the pirate territories beyond civilized space. It's highly addictive and quite lethal to most forms of life. 400 population die. Wow. That's not good. I am worried about that ill remnant. It is a stonking military power that they have. Oh, cool. So, the automated Dreadnought. The weather on the Village of Abyss was unnaturally great today, as it should have been considering we ran our atmosphere control systems on overdrive. Every city on the planet reached its capacity, and there were still tourist shops orbiting the world just to be part of this great day. Grand Parade travelled through each settlement in turn and was greeted by streets packed with Savanti. Each city capable of requisitioning a holo display in our empire was also overflowing with spectators of the Grand Hologram. A yearly automated Dreadnought-inspired holodeck, maybe not. The Dreadnought's reactor was then placed in a specialised display at the centre of the capital to inspire generations to come. We stand united today as one. Ruling from Sheltered Reach, we have a level up. What are we going to push for? Monthly Unity up. Reformer 2 seems like a really good choice. especially as chairwoman. And actually, speaking of unity, we have enough that we can take some of these larger ones now and ascend. This is going to take our sprawl down a tiny bit. 1388. Comes down to 1380. It's not much, but better to spend it on something. Almost all of it comes from our population. Ignore the mining core. Our fleets are almost back and ready to repair. And then maybe we'll just take out the freebooters, seeing as we're right next to them. I wouldn't be against that as an idea.
Research complete.
Okay. Astral Boost is available. Let's get that, so things travel a little bit faster. Mega Shipyard is done, so we're going to want to get one of those building. Ooh. There's so many things. So many things that I want to spend our resources on. Strategic Resource Center. Fiplar. Where are you? You're down here. Build the mining stations first. And then... we can only build or upgrade one mega structure at a time. Do we have other mega structures being built? I suppose the quantum catapult is technically being built. We'll give it a moment. Maybe it's just not recognized yet that we can do it. Perhaps we've inherited one. I don't think we did. It's probably because we're upgrading the quantum catapult. I think that'll be what it is. We can flash forge a hyper relay. Let's go ahead and do that. So at least once you're done with this, you can get the hyper relay there. And I guess we're going to have to just wait until these upgrades are done. Oh, I want to upgrade these as well. But that would just slow us down even further.
System survey complete.
And you are now at a loose end. Let's bring you down to do some of these other ones. Not convinced it's a super good idea getting that close to the Ill Remnant, but do what you can.
System survey complete.
And upgrades are becoming complete as well. As we finished terraforming on Massius 4, bodies began falling from the sky. From such heights, these ancient carcasses are reduced to a pulp upon impact. Among the viscera, we've discovered clusters of small objects, ornamental instruments and odd relics, all tumbling from the same dense clouds in the planet's upper atmosphere. These thick clouds, which we can only assume were utilised as a final resting place by some unknown alien race, are now thinning as a result of our terraforming changes and releasing the contents that were previously suspended inside. Raining carcasses modifier. Yeah. Do we want the society research? I kind of do want the society research. Gruesome, yet potentially lucrative. And we've got some focuses that the system's finally catching up with us. Win a war! Totally did that. That arc furnace, we're finally going to get that, I think. So this has become a new continental world. We can get this terraformed. As for what we'll do with it, probably a unification center. I think that's a solid choice. Do we have anyone who's particularly good at bureaucracy? There we are, natural intellectuals. It's not much, but the Aris, you're going across. And that will keep this neck of the woods generating a decent amount of unity for us. We're getting a good amount, but we can always get more. Well, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. Next time, hopefully, we'll start on the Mega Shipyard, but we've got some things to upgrade first. As always, if you have enjoyed this, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Stellaris. See you soon.